Hi everyone, it's Jennifer and I am here to give you an update on training for the Camino Portuguese route that Isabelle and I are doing in September. We are about 6 weeks out. I cannot believe that. 6 weeks. Well, this week training was a little bit different because I was doing an activity that required me to not log my miles officially, but I was carrying around a backpack, laying cables to help on a live stream for a race that's held in the city that I live in. I got probably, let's say, only 18 miles this week through today. So whatever miles I get today, that'll be my training miles for the week. I'll try to update you at the end and let you know how that goes. Let's see, my longest walk of this week was probably recorded 6 miles that I got on my Garmin, and some of the challenges for this week are going to be the weather. So this week, the temperatures where I live are gonna be crazy. We are in a heat wave, a heat dome. The humidity is so high that it's making the heat indices like 100 to 115 degrees all week. So we'll see how that impacts the training. The good news is that in September, when we're in Spain, the average temperatures are going to be between the lows in the 50s, highs in the low to mid 70s. I think the weather is going to be perfect. So it is going to be worth training in this heat to have those lovely temperatures walking in Spain. This week I'm doing the vlog on the Insta360 instead of my iPhone. Hopefully the quality will be okay. Next week I should be doing the vlog on a new camera that I ordered and should arrive any day now. The Luna Insta gimbal camera. It's brand new, it just came out. It's supposed to have really excellent ability to do like tracking, face tracking, video photos, macro photos, zoom photos. So I will practice with that next week and we'll see how that changes the vlog as part of my practicing the video and editing for the Camino trip. After this week, I am going to try to start incorporating some fun facts about the Camino, about some of the towns and cities that we'll be walking through. So if you have any questions, if there's anything in particular that you'd like to know about, please ask in the comments. I'd love to know what those are, and I will do my best to answer those questions. Each week, Isabelle and I are going to try and answer at least one question that's the same, and so we can kind of see where we both fall on this. This week, the question is, what are you most nervous about? And for me, I have 2 things that I'm a little bit nervous about. The first being transportation from Porto to Bayona, since it's not a straight through situation and it's several hours away and I don't speak Portuguese or Spanish. I do have a plan for this. I have a plan to book a train from Porto to Vigo and then either take a taxi or a bus from Vigo to Bayona. But this does cause me a little bit of trepidation. My second thing that I'm nervous about is, I would say, more physical, and that being I've been having some foot ankle pain in the middle of the night that kind of wakes me up and it's really uncomfortable. I've been having this for a while and I just kind of suffer through it, but walking every day is kind of making me nervous. Like, will it flare up every day? Will it get so bad that I don't want to walk anymore? But what I'm doing is I am going to PT to try to address that. So I'm addressing the ankle issue, foot issue with PT, and hopefully that will help. going once or twice a week. I have different exercises that I'm doing, strengthening exercises, and some trying to loosen up my calf and that sort of thing. I'm trying to do some hip strengthening in preparation and to avoid any injury risk. So I'm doing my best. I'm trying to be proactive. So that is all I can do, really. People in much worse shape than me walk the whole Camino every day, so I should not have an issue. I've done the over 100 miles in one go, so I shouldn't have a problem doing less than 100 miles in 6 or 7 days. But I think being somewhere in another country where you don't know the language and all of that makes me a little bit nervous if something should happen. So I guess that's it. I'm wondering what Isabel's gonna be nervous about.
You may be wondering, what am I nervous about? Better question is, what am I not nervous about? So I'm definitely a nervous gal, and I'm nervous about a lot of different things about the Camino, but for simplicity reasons, we're just going to talk about one of them. And the short answer to one of my many worries and nervousness is feet. And with that comes part one, which is footwear. So I'm a bit nervous about the footwear I have chosen and that I have. So my hiking boots, I've been training in these primarily for like my long walks, my short walks, just like anything in general, because I'm trying to get my foot as used to it as possible and get this lever toe stretched out as much as I can before the Camino. But Camino's coming up kind of soon. It's still far off, kind of, but I don't know if I'll be able to stretch this lever toe box out enough for it to be comfortable on my feet for long durations. Like, I'm getting blisters on my pinky toes after doing 5 miles. I would rather get blisters on my pinky toes after doing 10, 15, 20 miles. But that's not the case right now. So I'm gonna transition to mainly training in my Hoka running shoes. I really hope they end up working. I do like these shoes. I just really like the ankle support of my boots, and also I just love how boots look. And enjoying the way you look also helps how you feel, so on and so forth. But I do really like these, so I'm gonna start training more. I am still a bit nervous about how that'll feel long term for the Camino, like not having that ankle support. So part B that I'm worried about is my foot health. So everything that we're doing is all stemming from our feet. Walking, running, standing, living, breathing. Bit worried that my feet are gonna hurt a lot. I'm really nervous about my feet hurting so much that I'm like, carry me. So to kind of like mitigate those nerves, I've been doing lots more like foot strengthening and foot stretching, as well as like focusing more on like calf health as well, which I think has been going well. So we're doing things to help with our nerves. But as of right now, these are my biggest things I'm nervous about. I'm also just nervous about the whole trip. I'm really excited, but I'm nervous about a lot of things, which I think is fair. It's our first big trip we are doing. But there you have it. That's what I'm worried about.
I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I feel like we're rushing through life all the time. We're like wishing our lives away. And I think the one thing, and this is not the question that Isabel and I are supposed to answer. So maybe it will be it'll be a question in the future. But one thing I'm looking forward to on the Camino is slowing it down, taking each day as it comes, not rushing through each day. Even though we're walking a lot of miles, I don't want to be, or kilometers, I don't want to be rushing and like, we gotta get there. We don't want to be late, or we have to hurry up. I want to just like meander around, look at things, stop for every coffee, if there's a bakery, I want to stop and I want to eat whatever delicious bakery items that they might have. So really looking forward to slowing it down as we walk through Spain.
Hey everyone, so I'm going to give you a little update on the past couple of weeks on my mileage and some new activities I'm trying to do, as well as some videos and pictures from some of my training walks. So first off, what mileage am I able to get with my hectic work and life schedule? Last week was a pretty good week, I would say, for me. I got 12.8 miles in. As I said in previous, I want to get to at least 13. I have a difficult schedule. Makes it hard to get walks in, but any miles are miles, right? Just gotta try to get them in. So averaging about 12 miles a week. This upcoming week and next week, gonna try super hard to get at 16 miles a week to start bringing it up a little bit. What else am I doing that's new? So I am still walking with my pack every single time I go on a walk. Still have about my 10-pound dumbbell in it, since I found about 22 10s was too uncomfortable. I'm not gonna do that. So I still have my 10 pounds in it, and I'm adding little things at a time. Like maybe I'll put a book in there. Who knows? Maybe I want to bring a book to the Camino, and I need to get used to having that little bit of extra paperweight in my backpack, right? So still doing that with my pack. I am attempting to incorporate more yoga into my everyday life. That is also just to help my body feel good prior to the Camino, and to help my joints and my limbs as I'm doing all this more walking. It's also good practice to do in general. So adding that in little by little, usually in the morning or during my very hectic work breaks that I have. And let's see, what else? I think that actually may be it in terms of current updates. Next week, I am going to attempt to pack my bag and go on a couple of walks with it, see how that feels. But let me tell you about some of the walks that I went on for the past few weeks. So I've just been going a lot on little nature walks whenever I can during breaks, or late in the evening with friends when I'm able to go late in the evening. One of the walks that I did was really fun. I did it with one of my friends, and we went berry picking. There is this really great flat, gravelly Greenway trail we have that used to be an old railroad. It's been converted into a trail. It goes from my city all the way to a different city. So in total, it's 15 miles, I think. It's an out and back. We didn't have time to do the whole thing, so we only did a little section of it, and it's also 9 minutes away, so ease of access. But we did some berry picking, and we got wineberries. We got some mulberries, which I think were my favorite out of all of them. And we got 2 different kinds of blackberries. And I also harvested some wild mullein leaf that I was going to use for tea. I've used it for tea. It's delicious. I saw it there and I thought, why not? There's also wild sweet pea plants that were there, which I thought was really, really fun. And when I went back to that same trail, I went a little bit farther and I saw some horses. So that was really, really awesome and very fun. Where did you guys come from? So it overall has been a lot of really good hikes, a lot of really good movement, and hopefully I can start to add more in, since we are roughly 2-ish months away, I believe. Something like that. But yeah, there you have it. Talk and see you guys next time.
So this last week was pretty busy. But this next week, we have a holiday. It's going to be the 4th of July. So I'll have at least 1 extra day off of work, maybe a half of a day. And I'm really looking forward to catching up on my training, getting things back in line, looking to see, am I missing any equipment that I need to purchase, or maybe repack my bag, take some clothes out, put some different things in. So I think this next week should be pretty good. I'll definitely do some more video recording and try out the new camera that I get. I'm looking forward to that. It is getting pretty hot out here, and probably been walking close to 6 miles, so it's going to be a short day, but I'm getting it in, so I'll let you know when it's time to wrap it up. Okay everyone, I'm getting close to the end here, so I wanted to just kind of do a wrap up. I don't think I'll walk anymore today, but if I do, I'll sneak some video in for you at the end. Hopefully I have some video inserted already for you from Isabelle as she updates us on her week of training. And I saw some blackberries, a dragonfly, a lot of pretty flowers. Hopefully I have included all of that as video footage and pictures along the way. I want to thank you all so much for watching this video. If you've already subscribed, thank you. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It will really help out my channel as I'm trying to grow this channel. Feel free to like, share, and all of that. And I will see you all again very soon. Thank you.